Hola again. Today we're going to start our first vocabulary lesson of this semester. We're going to start off with Lista Uno, which is going to build up to the story El Cuento del Gato. A lot of these words in this first list are review from Spanish 1, so it'll be a good way to kind of get you back into things. Before we start on the vocabulary lesson, I want to review with you and teach some of you for the first time exactly how vocabulary is going to work in here. As we discussed yesterday, I used the total physical response method, which means learning in this class requires a total physical response on your part. It really helps you to process the vocabulary and the language and to acquire more of the language. A few commands that you need to be reminded of that you're going to hear very often when we're doing vocabulary. First one is, and don't respond to these right now, please, let's just review. Levántate. Levántate is telling you to stand up. Levántate. When I ask you to levántate, that means everyone in the class should stand up, and that doesn't mean sitting on the edge of your desk. That means standing beside your desk or in front of your desk. Levántate. Another one that goes hand in hand with levántate is siéntate. Siéntate, which obviously means sit down. These are a review from Spanish 1, very beginning of Spanish 1. Levántate, siéntate. Two more commands that you're going to be hearing a lot of when I teach vocabulary, are cierren los ojos, abren los ojos. Cierren los ojos, abren los ojos. Cierren los ojos is asking everyone in the class to close their eyes. Abren los ojos is asking everyone in the class to open their eyes. And we'll talk more about when we'll use that later. This is exactly how vocabulary should work. I will ask everyone to levántate, and Mr. Gower will assure that everyone in the class stands up so that you can participate to your full extent. I will then say a Spanish vocabulary word and do an accompanying motion. For example, let's go back to Spanish 1. The first word you ever would have learned would have been hola. Hola. When you hear me say the Spanish vocabulary word and see the motion, the expectation is that you repeat exactly like I just did. I will say the Spanish vocabulary word, I will do the accompanying motion, and then I'll do this. And this means I want you to do exactly like I just did. So I want you to repeat both the word and the motion. After we do a few in that same manner, I will ask everyone to cierren los ojos. And when I ask you to shut your eyes, I'm not trying to catch you or embarrass you. The purpose of that is so that I can say the Spanish word. Your eyes are shut. All you do is the motion. So when your eyes are shut, I say the word hola, and my expectation is that you're just doing this. So I would say hola, and the entire class should do this. The purpose of that is so that Mr. Gower can check and see if everyone in the class has a grasp on the vocabulary. And if not, he can back up and we can review some of the vocabulary. Remember, everyone's eyes should be shut. Absolutely everyone's. If you cheat and open your eyes and watch someone else do the motions and you don't really know the words, you're putting yourself at risk for not getting enough instruction. So please, please, please follow instructions so that we can all be successful. Let's get started. Levántate. Now that everyone should be standing up beside their desk or in front of their desk, let's learn our first word. Remember, the motions are not to make you just look silly. They really do help you to process this new vocabulary. So everyone with me, la muchacha. La muchacha. Excelente. La muchacha should remind you of a word that you learned last year, la chica, which means the girl. La muchacha. La muchacha means the girl. Likewise, el muchacho. El muchacho. La muchacha. El muchacho. Muy bien, moving along. Escapa. Escapa. El muchacho. La muchacha. Escapa. Escapa, as you should remember from the very first list in Español Uno, is the third person singular, so the el, ella, usted form of escapes. So, la muchacha escapa would be the girl escapes. Let's go through those one more time and then we'll add one more before we cierren los ojos and practice. El muchacho escapa. La muchacha. Excelente, excelente. Le dice. Le dice. Le dice means says to someone. The le at the beginning of dice is called an indirect object pronoun. They'll be referred to later as IOPs, and we'll learn about those down the road. Le dice means says to someone. For example, la muchacha le dice hola, which means the girl says to someone, hello. Muy bien. Let's go through this one more time. La muchacha, el muchacho, escapa, le dice. Cierren los ojos. Cierren los ojos. I need everyone in the class to please close your eyes. Cierren los ojos. I'm going to say the word in Spanish and all I want you to do is the motion. Don't say anything at this point. Cierren los ojos. Make sure everyone's eyes are closed. La muchacha. El muchacho. Escapa. Le dice. El muchacho le dice. La muchacha escapa. Muy bien. Abran los ojos. Everyone open your eyes. Open your eyes. I hope that everyone did as they were supposed to do. You should have simply done the motions for the words that I was saying in Espanol. Review one more time and we're going to add some more. La muchacha, el muchacho, escapa, le dice. Excelente. Otro. Otro. Otra. Otra. Otro or otra means other or another. If we were talking about another girl, we would use otra muchacha. If we were talking about another boy, we would use otro muchacho. Remember that the adjectives have to agree with the nouns. So our next word is otro. Otra. Le dice el muchacho escapa, la muchacha otro. Muy bien. Our next word is, I'm going to break it down, don't repeat yet. Listen twice, please. No te preocupes. No te preocupes. Now please repeat. No te preocupes. All together. No te preocupes. Muy bien. Don't worry. Don't worry. No te preocupes. Otro. Escapa. Le dice, no te preocupes. Excelente. Excelente. Our next word doesn't have emotion. What a bummer. Our next word is one of our first words we learned in Español Uno. I. H-A-Y. I. And I, as you should all of course remember, is there is or there are. So when we're starting a story about a girl, we would start off, hay una muchacha, there is a girl. If we're telling a story about two boys, we would say, hay dos muchachos. So I is there is or there are. Unfortunately, there's just not really a great motion to go with that. Le dice, escapa, no te preocupes. Se llama. Se llama. Se llama. No te preocupes. Se llama is named. For example, if I wanted to say the girl is named Susanna, in Espanol I would say la muchacha se llama Susana. The girl is named Susana. Literally, se llama means calls oneself. Calls oneself, but we don't say that in English. So we just simplify it to is named. Se llama. I, just repeat please, I, no te preocupes. Se llama, make sure you're doing the motions for all of them except for I. Let's add one more, maybe two more, and then we're going to practice again with our eyes shut. Bajo, bajo, alto, alto, bajo, bajo, alto. And as we all remember from Español Uno, bajo is short, alto is tall. Bajo, alto, se llama, ay, no te preocupes, otro, escapa, le dice, el muchacho, la muchacha. Excelente. That's a lot of words. Let's all close our eyes and practice those together. Again, I'll say the word in Spanish. You have your eyes closed completely and you do the motions. Let's try it. Cierren los ojos. Cierren los ojos. Everyone in the class should have their eyes shut. La muchacha. All you're doing is the motion. Le dice. Se llama. Bajo. El muchacho. Escapa. Otro. No te preocupes. Bajo. Le dice. Se llama la muchacha. Excelente. Abren los ojos. Open your eyes. Abren los ojos. Muy bien, chicos. That was a lot of words. And the only one we didn't do was I, which means there is or there are. Excelente. Just a few more. Next one is, everybody grab a strand of your hair. Rubio. Rubio. Everybody has to bounce around and act silly. Rubio. Rubio. Which means blonde. Rubio. Rubio. Which means what now? Blonde. Rubio. Rubio. Excelente. Excelente. Moreno. Moreno. So Rubio was blonde and Moreno is brunette. Moreno. Rubio. Rubio. Moreno. Moreno. Se llama Bajo Moreno, which means brunette. Rubio. Rubio, which means blonde. Excelente. Excelente. Rubio. Moreno. El gato. Meow. El gato. Meow. El gato. Meow. Rubio. Rubio. Moreno. Moreno. El gato. Meow. Excelente. Malo. Malo. El gato. Meow. Obviously means the cat. And malo is the adjective form of bad. So I'm going to talk about a bad boy. For example, let's make a whole sentence. There is a bad boy. We know that our adjective comes after our noun. So our sentence would be I, un muchacho malo. Malo is bad. Repeat one more time. Rubio. Moreno. Se llama. No te preocupes. El gato. Meow. Malo. We have three more. Three more. We can do it. Agarra. 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 You should be grabbing your wrist because agarra is the third person singular of grabs. Agarra. Agarra. El gato. Meow. Malo. Agarra. Moving on. Tira. Tira. Another word from Español Uno means throws. The third person singular. Ella, usted, tira, throws. Tira. Agarra. Escapa. Se llama el gato. Meow. Otro. Bajo. Moreno. Rubio. Le dice el muchacho. La muchacha. No te preocupes. One more. El suelo. Everybody should be swaying back and forth. El suelo. We're swaying back and forth on the floor. El suelo is the floor. El suelo. Tira. Agarra. Malo. El gato. Meow. Moreno. Rubio. Se llama Bajo. No te preocupes. Otro. Le dice, escapa el suelo. Muy bien, excelente. Let's cierren los ojos one more time before we go through all of them. Cierren los ojos. I'll say the Spanish word. All you do is the motion. Here we go. Se llama malo. Tira el suelo. El gato. Otro. Rubio. Escapa. Le dice moreno. Tira la muchacha. No te preocupes. El suelo. El muchacho. Abren los ojos. Everyone open your eyes. I'm sure you did a fabulous job. I want to quickly go through them in order, and then what you'll do is have a seat, take out a clean sheet of paper in your vocabulario section, which hopefully you already have your notebook, so you'll get 4 features today. Once you take out a clean sheet of paper, Mr. Gower's going to put a transparency up on the overhead, and I want you to write them exactly as you see them in the list. So you should title it Lista Uno. In parentheses, it should say El Cuento del Gato, which is the story of the cat. And then you'll number 1 through 16. And then you'll write the Español. To the right, you will write the Inglés. Make sure you write it exactly as you see it. Let's go through them one more time with the motions. Hang with me. La muchacha. El muchacho. Escapa. Le dice. Otro. No te preocupes. I. Se llama. Bajo. Rubio. Moreno. El gato. Meow. Malo. Agarra. Tira. El suelo. Excelente, estudiantes. Hasta mañana. Make sure you practice your vocab.